Hi everyone. My term project today is on fleet management, the United States Air Force in particular. Who am I? My name is Master Sergeant Jim John Baptiste. My permanent duty station is the 285th Civil Engineering Squadron out of beautiful United States Virgin Islands. It's the United States' best kept secret. My current duty station is secret. All I can tell you is I'm somewhere where there's a lot of sand. My occupation, I'm a heavy equipment and pavement supervisor for the shop. Let's start with the introduction. The first thing you will notice is this big number, and it's a huge number. This big number, 10,426,623,233 is the number of vehicles in the Air Force inventory. That's a lot. That's a lot of vehicles. It's according to Technical Sergeant Millen Tapper, the United States Logistics Squadron. What is a vehicle? What does the Air Force say a vehicle is? According to this definition, a vehicle is described in the AFI, that's short for the Air Force Instructions 24-301. A motor vehicle is any vehicle that is self-propelled, drawn by mechanical power or electrically energized, designed and operated principally for highway transportation of property or passengers, but does not include a military designated motor vehicle or tactical vehicle. That's according to the AFI 24-301. And a couple of the paragraphs, it define what a military designed motor vehicle is, which is a motor vehicle that is not a commercial vehicle and is designed according to military specification to directly support combat or tactical operation or training for such operations. And lastly, commercial vehicles. That's your regular vehicles, from a Ford pickup truck to a Chevy Cobalt or the like, anything that you could go and procure and buy out of the lot. What is needed from a management structure? What entails that one might need from the management structure to maintain this big number of the Air Force vehicle fleet? For number one, it's needed to support the air mission, which is defend us from all enemies, foreign and domestic, which we do have a lot of them. Organization and structure. As you all may know, it all starts with the Commander-in-Chief, the President of the United States, under the Defense Secretary, Department of Defense, and we have the Secretary of the Air Force, and the Secretary of the Air Force, then it drops to the Air Force Chief of Staff, which is a 4-star general, and then we have the Lieutenant General, 3-star general, which is right here. And his office is also called the Office of the A4. Under him, this will be through bases throughout the United States or foreign. You'll have a wing commander who manage a whole wing. And then here you have the LRS commander. LRS standing for the Logistics Readiness Squadron. And that's his CC staff. Now if you look right here, you have the different shops that will fall under the LRS commander, which is the readiness, traffic management, fuels. And this little square here, that's us. Vehicle management, vehicle ops, vehicle maintenance. Oh, one more note, the A4, he is in charge of logistics and security, installations, civil engineering throughout the Air Force, out of his office. And they mostly deal with policies and directions for everything rolling stock throughout the whole Air Force. Vehicle management, that little square, this is us. This is how vehicle management is consistent of. You have the Office of the Vehicle Management, the LGRV, Logistics Readiness of Vehicles, that's their office symbol. You have material control, fleet management and analysis, customer service, fire truck maintenance, refuel maintenance, 4AL, which is your forklifts and material handling. Here you have your tactical vehicle shop and allied trades. Allied trades will fall more under stuff like welding and body work and stuff of that nature. You have the fire truck maintenance, those are the guys that deal specifically with the fire truck, and refueling. And a lot of the management and stuff from the fleet, from vehicle management, comes under the vehicle fleet and analysis management. Fleet management, what does it consist of? Vehicle acquisition, maintenance, and disposal. Within fleet management, all these three aspects are known. How is vehicle bought? You put in a request. The A4 that I talked about, which is the general, is the chief of staff, or deputy chief of staff of the air, that falls under logistical installations. You put in your request and they look at the policy that mandated for your manning and your mission to see if you're required to have such vehicle. And if you do fall into cross your T's and dot your I's, then it is approved and you do get that vehicle. With that acquisition comes a maintenance. For each vehicle carries a maintenance, a price tag per vehicle. According to Senior Master Sergeant Jebediah James, the Logistics Squadron Superintendent here on the base that I can't really talk about. He is the one that I did thank him too. He did give me great insights. According to him, maintenance aspect of it, that comes with the acquisition. Everything is built into that vehicle and processed, and it comes down to the fleet management. Disposal. Disposal is done kind of uniquely. The lifespan of a vehicle is, the typical commercial vehicle is the same thing, 8 to 10 years. For tactical vehicles, it can go longer. Tactical vehicles, it brings in at that same time, and it gets a full lookover, and it gets a full body work, whatever repairs need to be done, and goes back into the fleet. They tend to cost more, and they tend to specialize and designed for the Air Force and its tactical mission. And some of them also go to auction where the public can buy them. Some of them goes to, well, I wouldn't say salvage, but recyclable parts, places like my colleague Brandon Youngs, he spoke about that. As a matter of fact, you can look him up and he has a great insight and information and stuff like that. Reusable parts and salvage parts of the most. Types of customers served and the nature of agreements. These are the customers. Airmen, like myself, I'm considered airman. Joint force personnel, meaning myself, Army, Navy, on different branches of service. Civilians, there are a lot of civilians, which could entail with contractors that work on bases that is employed by the DoD, Department of Defense, and they do play a big role in the Air Force mission and how we move forward. Career employment opportunities for my colleagues. It's simple, you just find your recruiter and tell them you're willing to serve. It's a big sacrifice. You're giving up time spent with family at times. You're giving up some of your personal time, and you are also giving up higher paying jobs that you could get equivalent to what you could be doing, but it's satisfying. And the Air Force, they do take care of you. And everyone else is the same. They could join just the same. You go through medical assessment like a big organization usually do. And for those of you who who served in the past, I do thank you for your service. And everyone else, I do thank you for allowing me to serve you. And this is my cited page. It was not much. myairforce.mil, which is link only if you're in the Air Force or the military you could get a hold of. And the AFI, Air Force Instructions 2403, and that's the date of it. This concludes my my briefing, and I thank you guys for allowing me to tell you a little bit of the Air Force and the fleet management and how it works. Thanks.